So for this side, I just accidentally serged this edge. Technically, you don't need to do that. So you don't need to serge it. Just use the same method as we did for the front, the other side to do it, okay? Ignore the serge section, okay? So this side is a little bit challenging because you have a zipper head here, okay? Don't need to worry about it until you reach the almost at the end. Okay, with the needle anchored inside, okay, you can just pull the zipper head to the back. Okay, now you can keep doing that. Okay. Be careful when you get closer to the end. You don't want to have the needle passing the stop, the zipper end. Okay, you can hand stitch for a few stitches. Okay, back stitch, then that's it. Okay, pull it out, and the same thing for the front side stitch. Okay, you can pull it to the other side. Okay. Okay, now flip. Okay, now flip. Okay, now flip, and for adding top stitching. So again, the same thing. I'm adding a tape. Okay, pressure sensitive tape. Okay, only within the seam allowance area next to the stitches. Okay, to the end. Be careful when you fold it. Okay. You don't want to have any parkers here. Okay. The tape is very helpful in holding the shape. Okay. Now so you have it, now we can finish the hemline. Oops. I have a corner here. It's a little bit too over folded on that side. So I'm refolding it, and then top stitching at 1/16. For the zipper head, just pull it to the back when you get closer to it. Okay, with the needle anchored, lift the foot, then you can easily pull it to the back. Okay, continue to the very end. Okay, back stitching, and now you're done. So now I have the two sides finished. Let me put them together to see how it looks like when they are together. Okay. Okay. I think they look good, right? Yes, they look good. Okay. So next is to finish the hemline. So we want to, so of course in some designs you can have the hemline You may not need that wide seam allowance, right? You may have the hemline finish like that. But since we are doing this sample for preparing for the techniques needed for the actual sample, okay, the actual jacket, okay, we're folding the hemline upward at one um, 1.5 inch wide, okay? The same thing for both sides. So actually I'm going to add a top stitching with 2 needle cover stitch at 1 inch away from the edge. But for the top edge, I'm just using regular lock stitch to tack the edge to the tape. Okay, just a 4C section, just a stitch on top here. Or you can do hand stitches to tack it, whichever way you feel more comfortable, okay, or either. So let me just do a quick. I'm doing this side with this one side foot, okay. Fold the hemline, okay. Maybe with a tape, that's easier. Okay. Add a tape along the folder line. Okay. Okay, fold it here. Okay, so now that's what I have, okay, tape. And I'm adding top stitching just at the edge here, at the end of the tape, okay. So 2-3 stitches and then back stitch, okay. Oops, that's too far away. I should have done it closer. So let me do it one more time. I may remove those 2 stitches later. Okay, I want it to be on top. I want the stitch to be on top of the stitch here. Maybe it's more precise if I do it by hand. It's just for tucking. So let me do it by hand. Just tuck it to the tape, okay? so the tape is covered. So when I'm tucking it, I'm tucking it to the tape. You don't see the stitches at the right side. Okay, it's just tucked to the tape. Okay. One more stitch. Okay. Okay, I'm doing the same thing to the other side. I'm tucking it to the tape. Okay, done. Okay, so now let's move on to the cover stitch machine to finish the hem.